Hi guys, and welcome back to the Yoga Doc. I'm Leah Deutsch, founder of the Yoga Doc. Today we're going to be doing a 10-minute sequence, which is a kind of a mixture of a vinyasa flow with a bit more of floor work. So if you're feeling a bit more low in energy today but still want to move, then this would be a great one to use. I would say though to be aware that if you've got any issues with pelvic girdle pain, that this probably isn't the best video for you to do. We're going to be doing a lot of opening of the hips and stretching through the pelvic girdle here, so maybe avoid this. You can try it out and see how it feels, but perhaps use another video if that's one of your issues in this pregnancy. Otherwise, what you're going to need today for this session is a mat, a block and a blanket would be probably good, because we're going to be pushing through the knees a little bit here, and it might be nice for some cushioning and a bit of support again from a block, or if you haven't got a block, a book will do perfectly well. So let's get started. So we're going to begin today in the normal way on the floor, just so that you can join me from any of the earlier warm-up sequences. So coming to a wide leg child's pose, so knees nice and wide apart, toes touching, and starting to work the body down towards the floor. Stretching out the hands in front of you and softening the chest and the head down to the mat. If you need to have a little bit of support for your head, if your body's a bit further off the floor, using a block or a bolster, or your fists stacked one on top of the other for your forehead, whatever feels comfortable, just to ease into your breath, into your practice today. Or as I said, joining me from one of the earlier warm-up sequences. Taking a breath and exhaling deeply, allowing the bottom to sink back towards the heels, and then inhaling, coming forward, shifting up, coming into your tabletop, tucking the toes and stretching back into your first downward facing dog. So wiggling the feet back so that they are 2.5 fists apart, so hip width roughly, or a little bit further if that's comfortable for you in your pregnancy. Now bending the knees deeply, lifting the heels off the mat and sinking the bum all the way back towards the heels, really accentuating that stretch, that bend through the knees. Stretching out through the front of the body, reaching with the fingertips, index and middle finger are pointing towards the front of the mat, thumb base is firmly pressed down, and then beginning to walk the heels out one at a time, stretching the hamstrings, softening the head, gaze is back towards the navel, back towards your baby. Taking another breath here, and then coming to stillness, hugging your baby in towards your spine, rotating the shoulders, upper arms forward and outwards. Taking an inhale, lifting the heel up from the floor, toes point down towards the floor so that your hips are nice and squared. Drawing the right knee in towards the chest and stepping it forward, maybe guiding it forward to help you through. Little toe and heel of that front foot. Knee rests on the floor, so bring it right back so you've got that lovely 45-degree angle between the knee of the back and front leg. And then make sure maybe you've got a blanket under your knee if it's a bit, if you've got any discomfort in the knees here. Pushing into those 3 points of connection with that front foot and inhaling, engaging pelvic floor, blowing off as you come towards the top. Take an inhale, dip down, lean back, reaching the arms, stretching and opening up through the chest. Take another breath here. And then cactusing the arm down for 3 breaths. Exhaling, inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, sinking down. Shoulders draw down and back. Inhaling, lifting up. And exhaling, lifting down. Placing the hands inside that front foot and heel toeing that front foot to the right of your mat. Pressing through the fingertips. Now taking some little circles here. So that may mean you need to walk that foot forward or back to find that comfortable position for you, so that you can start to circle through that front hip. Stretching out. Now this is a really good one to use in the early stages of labour, helping your baby move into a helpful position for delivery. And just moving with your breath can really help you in terms of focusing and guiding yourself away from the discomfort that you may be experiencing from any contractions, and then the opposite direction. Just opening up the pelvis here. Stretching through the psoas muscle and hamstring of each leg. And then taking the left hand, pressing into the floor, reaching the right arm up and lifting up into a gentle side twist. Now take that arm all the way back to the back heel and really allow that arm to pull back towards the left side of your mat. Feel that stretch through the shoulder as you do so. Stretching out the fingers, pulling the arm back and long, and then exhaling, hand to the floor. Put the right leg back to meet the left, tucking toes and lifting the bum all the way up back into your downward facing dog again. Breathing here for a couple of breaths. Pushing into the hands, rotating the arms, maybe lifting off the heels, drawing the hips back, refinding that position with your downward facing dog, drawing the chest towards the mat a little bit more. Lifting the left leg up this time, flexing through the heel, rotating so that the toes are pointing directly down to the mat, hips are level. Left leg draws forward, stepping to the front of the mat, helping your foot if you need to. Dropping that right knee, make sure you've got that lovely long line between the right and left knees. Pushing into the front, 3 points of connection in that front foot. Inhaling, engaging pelvic floor. As you exhale, you rise up, continuing to engage that pelvic floor, lifting, stretching through the sides of the body. Lift up, lengthen, and then draw the upper body back towards the back heel into this micro back bend. Exhaling, sinking down, cactusing the arms. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, sinking down. Inhaling, lifting up. One more. Exhaling. And inhaling, lifting up. Placing both hands down towards the mat and heel toeing that left foot now to the side of the mat. Taking a breath here. And then just starting to circle the knee around. Coming into some little stretches here. Opening up through the pelvis. And then coming in the opposite direction, circling around. So you can make these circles as big or small as you want, whatever feels comfortable and nice to you. If you're finding any discomfort in the pelvic girdle here, then just avoid this pose. And then walking the right hand towards the center, stretching the left arm up, reaching up, finding that twist in the opposite side, pushing into that right supporting hand and reaching with the left arm. Taking another breath here. And then drawing that left arm back towards the back heel and maybe drawing that back of the hand a little bit further towards the right side of your mat. So you're pushing, actively pushing with that, the left hand towards the right side, stretching through the front of the shoulder. Really reaching, lengthening and stretching. And then drawing the hands back down to meet the floor, stepping the left foot back. Toes tuck under, back to your downward facing dog. Take a breath. And then start to walk the hands towards your feet. Now holding opposite elbows with arms, dropping the head, bending the knees strongly here, swaying from side to side, loosening the neck. And then releasing the arms, slowly vertebrae by vertebrae, you roll up to standing, bending the knees, supporting yourself with your pelvic floor engaged, head comes up last. Shoulders draw down the back, opening up Tadasana, mountain pose. Well done guys, and thanks for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed that practice. What I would recommend is that you, if you're finishing here today, that you take a few moments in Shavasana, either using one of the guided videos or perhaps just taking a couple of minutes by yourself on your back or on your left side if you're over 20 weeks. Otherwise, if you want to continue, there's some more active practices on this channel which you can link into this sequence very easily. But whatever you do, have a lovely day and namaste. If you've enjoyed this class and would like access to more free videos, then don't forget to go ahead and click subscribe.